Hello, my name is Day. Today we'll be looking at more curse affixes. This will be part 4 of this series. Hope you enjoy. Alright, well, let's look at the first piece of gear today. This is a rare piece and you can't tell which unit this is, but it's a 13-star unit plus 10 as a heroic how, and that should be a hero unit because interesting. Well, they only build power. That's the thing I see. Elegant power, Persona Rev, Act the Soul, and power 3. Well, this looks like a really old piece of unit because, yeah, you only have 145 power S attack. You don't have R attack, T attack. Remember, hero have to. Well, a good hero has usually used 3 weapons, not just 1. Unless you're this type of hero that holding Rising Slash on a sword. I mean, I guess. But this unit looks okay. I mean, just you might want to upgrade this thing. I know this is a pretty old piece of unit from, you know, Elegant Power. That's pretty long ago. So yeah, it's not too bad. I'll take that. Just try to upgrade it a little bit. You can be hitting like 100, 160, 70 attack ish. I think with newer abilities. This really isn't that cursed. Probably give it like a 4 out of 10. You know, you can probably swap to something else or upgrade. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, then we move on to the second piece of unit, and we have a rear piece of Novel unit. Okay, and you have S6 Battle Readiness. If I remember correctly, that will be the SSA that make you take 70% less damage, but it has a 10% trigger chance. Well, you have Stamina 4, oh my god, Rev. I don't know what, I don't know why that mutation 2 is there, but Aris is so... Arc's Fever, huh. I feel like you could probably go for something better, but I guess if you want 5 PP, that's the way to go. Well, it's a cheap ability. Ether Factor is okay. I think you focus too much or emphasize a lot on the HP and BP. I'm pretty sure you might want to focus a little more on attack because you only have 90. I mean, it's not as bad as other piece of unit that doesn't really have attack like 20, 30, and you have like 300 health, but try to focus the attack a little more. You do get penalty for not hitting 150 on ultra hard, so yeah. But it's not that bad though, this piece, and just try to get rid of some HP, I guess, because you really don't need that much. Like Novel already give you like I think 180, so 180 plus 240, that's like 420 HP. Like what are you gonna do with 420 HP? That's a lot. Like if you use Novel unit, I suggest you not to build HP because they already come with a lot of HP, and you might want to build a little PP because that thing only has like 4, I think, on the hidden stats, so yeah. But yeah, overall, I'll give this piece like a 5 out of 10. It's neutral. It's not too bad. Just focus a little more on attack, and you'll be good. Alright, then we move on to the next piece of gear. This will be the Rinsa sword, the one from Z on JP. If it's not on global yet, I think. Yeah, it's from the limited quest badge, well, 2021 badge exchange. Okay, so I know this thing has S1, 4, and 5. S1, they put Red Paddle Flash. The one boosts damage by 3% if you deal 450k, I'm pretty sure. S4, Vampire Strike for Life Steal, and S5, Parting Gift. Well, you have an issue here, sir. S1 only triggers 3% damage, and it's conditional. You have to hit 450 damage. I mean, it's not too hard, but usually people do S2, S3 or something. I don't know this build that much, but I know people do S2, S3. If your S1 is triggered, you get another bonus or something. There's one that's like 7% damage and overtime, I think, stacking. But if you only do S1, that's only 3% damage. You might as well use like a power intent or something. I don't know, something that boosts 4% unconditionally, or like augment intent 2. 6% damage if you have like a slot. That would work a lot better than just, you know, the S1 there. I feel like the S1 is meant to trigger some other SSA, but I guess. I mean, you can swap that one out, okay. And then your S5, partying gift. I'm pretty sure that's like, if you have more people in your party, you get more bonus, which is okay if you party up a lot. If you solo a lot, I would not recommend doing that as 5. And you have Power 4, Spirit of 4, Active Soul, Elegant Power. Okay, well, see, Elegant Power is a really cheap thing to use, but you can get Grace as well. Grace is not that expensive. Well, actually, no. Grace is pretty expensive now in JP. Yeah, I see a reason for using Elegant Power. Active Soul. Well, I feel like you can use better abilities, like not just Power or Spirit of 4. It's not like you're running out of option. You have like Factor, Glare, or you name it. You know what I'm talking about. That doesn't only give PP or just S attack. This piece of gear overall is not too bad, but you have better choice of SSA and abilities. So I would give this like a 5 as well. It's neutral. It's not too bad, but you definitely can work on it, okay? Alright, then we move on to the next piece of unit. This should be on global, and it's for like Mirage Cell. If I remember correctly, this one dropped from the Binding Base VR. Okay, well, Skyden support, that's a good S8. Might 5, that's not too bad. But Mastery 3, well, probably not what you want. Might boost. Griffin Soul, oh my god. Well, it's not too good if you go for Griffin Soul. I mean, I kind of see you're focusing on your melee power, which is why you put a Might 5. Might boost is not that good because it only gives you 25 attack. It's worse than like a Might 3. So if you want to do that, you might want to look for something better, like a Graceful Might, Elegant Might, something like that. Could be PP and melee attack. Griffin Soul is not ideal because it doesn't give you too much stats. So what you essentially want to do is you want to look for better augments. Get rid of Griffin Soul and Might boost. Spirit 6 it's okay, but like you can probably do something with it. And Mastery 3, no, a big no on that one. It's not too bad. I mean, I know I can see where you're heading, but you just need to rethink about your augments. Other than that, it's not too bad. Well, just replace 3 of those things, or 4, depend on you, and it'll be all good. So I probably give this like a 4 out of 10. I mean, you have your direction, but you just don't know what's good for you. So make sure to look into that, and you'll be all set. Okay. Alright, then we have the last piece of unit today, which is a back piece of unit, Liberate 4 plus 10. The first thing I realized is it doesn't have any SSA, which is pretty good to have, just saying. Okay, well, let's see. Might 3, Mastery 3, that's questionable. Spirit 4, Noble Might, Days Factor. Okay, again, the same problem. I kind of know where you're heading with this build, but you have better option. I keep mentioning to you people, you have better option. Why do you want to use Mastery 3? It only give you 15 defense and attack and 15 dexterity. Why? I don't understand. Why is it so good? Spirit 4, again, you want to think of something that give you more stats than just one type. If you're focusing on melee power and PP, yes, Noble Might can work, Days Factor can kind of work, but you're on episode 6, sir. You have SSA, but there's something else you missing, SSA, and you have things like EX Alice Soul, Reverie, you know. Factor is okay, it's from episode 4. It doesn't give you that much stats though, so you might want to look into something else. Maybe like a Glare 2, you know, if you can make it 100% somehow. Yeah, things like that can help you a lot. So again, look into different augments that will help you more than just a single stats. But yeah, you don't have SSA, that's another really big issue. Like Guardian Shield, take less damage. You can have the 15% crit one, that can help you a lot too. So you have to understand what S6 you're going for and what you want from this piece. not just like regular augment, just throw it on here. And a mastery 3, that's a curse fix right there. So yeah, you might want to look into that. And this piece is a little bit cursed. It's not too bad, but the fact it doesn't have SSA, and you want to look for better augment, so I will give this piece a 6 out of 10 for being cursed. Alright, that will cover for this episode of Cursed Affixes for part 4. These gear are not too bad. I just realized a lot of people are putting Mastery 3 on their gear. Please rethink about that, because Mastery 3 doesn't really give you that much stats. If you're going for an all-rounder, you could look for something better. We are at episode 6 right now. We have Glare, we have Rev, we have a lot more options than just that. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. My name is Day. See you next time.